Hello NASCAR Nation and YouTube, this is Winner33 Fan 1 video game review for NASCAR 07. This was the first game for and only NASCAR game for the PSP. And it plays just like it too. Once again, they have the same series on it, except they took out production and put in and just kept Whelen, Craftsman Trucks, Busch Series, and Cup. We're going for the Cup. Let's go through the drivers. Joe Nemechek, Martin Truex Jr., Kurt Busch, Kyle Busch, Mark Martin, Robbie Gordon, one of the few times he's ever in a game, Dale Jr., Casey Kane, Scott Riggs, Denny Hamlin, Ryan Newman, Sterling Marlin, Paul Menard, Greg Biffle, Matt Kenseth, J.J. Yaley, Jeremy Mayfield, Tony Stewart, Dave Blaney, Jeff Gordon, Brian Vickers, Jamie McMurray, Kevin Harvick, Jeff Burton, Elliott Sadler, David Stremme, Reed Sorensen, Casey Mears, Bobby Labonte, Kyle Petty, Jimmy Johnson, Michael Waltrip, Jeff Green, Dale Jarrett, and Tony Raines. No Carl Edwards, if you'll notice. To show you the progression of the suits, we'll race with Dale Jr. here on out. And we'll be racing at Bristol. Check that. We'll race at Phoenix. Once again, PSP has the same exact features in it. Well, just about. Certainly harder to drive, that's for sure. Alright, let's get this race started right away. This is the first game you'd have to press the R2 button to accelerate it. And unlike NASCAR 06, you can switch cars. But I'm going to race as Dale Jr. because I figured that's a waste of time. This will be the last game you could switch cars in. I wish they would have kept it. And as you can see how easy I'm gaining my way through the field right now. It is a relatively easy game. If you've been following the progression, this is Denny Hamlin's first game he's in. And Clint Bowyer's is not in here. Well, it would be Clint Bowyer, but he's not in here. Dave Blaney wasn't in 06. And lap 3, I'm already in the lead, so. Let's help out our teammates, shall we? Whoa. Oh. No, Martin's done. I accidentally pressed the pit button. I can't really think of any other factoids behind that. Martin, you didn't have to pit. There's no commitment cone there. So, the suits all remain the same. There's still decals on the suits. There's still victory lane celebrations, except there's no car pulling in the victory lane. That stopped the first year it started.
Looks like we're the only car on pit road during that entire caution.
Yeah, so, let's switch to Paul.
Okay, buddy, let's do it. The 66 cars, left side, left side. The car side.
This is Paul Menard's first race, or game. Check that wasn't his first game. He was first in 04, took a break in 05 for the games, and then came back this year. If you remember, this year was Bill Lester's first race, and that was at Atlanta, and then again in Michigan. If you remember the big deal Speed Channel made out of that, Bill Lester, and he's the first African American driver to race in NASCAR since Willie T. Ribbs. Yeah. I bet they'll make the same hype about Danica when she comes into NASCAR. And obviously Junior couldn't hold the lead to save his life. Even though I told him to hold. I think I'll win as Paul Menard. He has a suit too. Kurt Busch's first year with Penske. Remember, he didn't race that crap. Still can't. And there's no switcheroo where you can see the side of your car.
That's not possible right now. Too much traffic. Try again later, bud. Number 8, just looking to pass on the high side. Clear all around.
All in all, I think I'll give this game an 8 out of 10. It drives nicely, the tracks all drive nicely, and as for the PSP version, I think they did a masterful job on there. A little too pixely, but hey, there's always a bump in the road. This will be the last game that they'd have all regular cars. The next game they'll go to car of tomorrows and regular cars. And if you'll remember the car of tomorrow, well, it has a mix of the decals in it. It looks mostly all Chevy, so. If you're looking to buy this game or thinking of buying it, well, I thank you for watching my review. And I would completely buy it. You know? It's a great game. It handles well. The graphics are nearly perfect. This was about EA Sports' last good game. And then all of a sudden they went downhill in 08 and 09. I don't know what happened. It just sucked afterward.
Let's go. Let's put it out, boy.
And here we come on to turn 4. And I'm not trying to win here, but I am anyway, so. And here's something that'll never happen.
Great job, man. It's party time.
Alright. Now, Allstate was a big sponsor of this game. And then they'll go to quick victory lane celebrations. And that is my review. I hope you have liked it. This is Winman33 Fan, and I'll see you in NASCAR 08.